Hello and welcome to our look at the upcoming June 15th week in binary options. The markets, as you can see, really in the calendar don't have much. There's trade balance on Monday. There is industrial production on Monday as well out of the U.S., which could move the markets. We have the RBA meeting minutes on Tuesday. Now, that could move the markets in the sense that if the Aussies suggest that there is some type of concern in the global markets, then that might cause a little bit of jitters, getting people away from riskier assets. The CPI out of Europe on Tuesday as well could move the, out of Germany, I should say, could move both the DAX and the Euro. PPI out of Britain on Tuesday as well, CPI, etc. So that is a pound and FTSE moving event on the Tuesday session, a little later in the day. And as we get into the U.S., there's not a lot. Housing starts, probably not a mover. And then we go into Wednesday, and really Wednesday is going to be all about the United Kingdom again. You have claimant count changes, employment, the Monetary Policy Committee vote hike, unchanged, Bank of England minutes, etc. Probably not a whole lot there, but look at clues as to where the British economy could be going forward as to what happens with the pound. As we look a little further into the session, we have the interest rate decision in the United States, not a mover. There's a lot of possibility of people worrying about the statement, but quite frankly, we'd be surprised if it really moved the markets in the end. It'll probably cause a lot of volatility in the short term, though, so you may want to be flat when it comes to that. Interest rate decision on the Thursday session out of Switzerland, probably not a mover unless you're trading the franc, and truthfully, it really probably doesn't do much then either. They're kind of pinned in there. As we go a little later into Thursday, we have initial jobless claims, CPI out of the U.S. That, of course, can move the stock markets in America. And then finally, we get into Friday, we have BOJ monetary policy statement. Now, that is one that we're hoping to see that the Bank of Japan continues to stay very loose. That could work against the value of the yen, and then watch the other currencies gain from that against the yen. PPI out of Germany could move the DAX and the euro. We have CPI out of Canada, unless you're trading the Canadian dollar, probably won't matter. And then we finish out the week. You have FOMC member Mester speaking. He could say something that moves the market, but truthfully, that's probably about where we ended. With that being said, you can see that the S&P 500 is going a little bit flat at this point. We don't necessarily think that it's in trouble, at least until it gets back below the 2000 level. We think this is just simply a market that has been going higher for so long that it needs more good news. We're just simply taking a break. We look at any pullback as a potential call buying opportunity, and we'll continue to feel that way about the S&P 500. Gold continues to underperform. We have a slightly positive week that we're closing out on, but truthfully at this point in time, the only thing you can do is buy calls, but you're going to have to be very patient. So they have to be longer term calls, so you'll have to check with your broker on that, but we think we just simply consolidate in this area going forward. The weekly chart in the FTSE shows a little bit of weakness, but really it's not until we get below 6,700 that we need to be concerned. So really we're going to be looking for call buying opportunities this week, as we think we should continue to bounce and then just continue the move higher. With that, we've taken a look at the June 15th trading week in the binary options markets.